Carlos Fuente is the most unusual businessman I've ever met. Most people have contracts and attorneys and ways of certain doing business. He does it with a handshake. He does it from the gut. He does it old school. He took a company that maybe he bought from his father for $100 into most sought after cigars, forget the United States, in the whole world.
I don't think that he built what he did by being humble, even though he was a very humble person. I think that he built it because his work ethics were very high and his commitment to perfection, it was incredible.
Carlos was a very successful businessman. I don't know of anyone in Tampa's history who's been more financially successful than Carlos Fuente, or built a product that was as world-renowned as his cigars were. Throughout all of that, he was a humble gentleman. When he died, he lived in the same house in West Tampa that he borrowed money against to go into business in the Dominican Republic 45 years ago.
Carlos Fuente is the most interesting, creative, savvy businessman I've ever known. He had no formal education, but he was a genius. He was a visionary. He was the first Tampa cigar manufacturer to move offshore, in this case Nicaragua, during the 1970s. He could look into the future, about the future of the cigar business.
He did not mind looking at the future in a different way. When cigars were moving into cheap cigars, he decided that that was not the future.
He made a product that truly is known all over the world. He was known for his ability to come up with new brands of cigars. He prepared the menus for his cigars himself. He taught the rollers how to roll the cigars. When the tobacco was grown, he showed the farmers what he wanted and how to grow it. When it was aged, he showed the people in the warehouse how to age the cigar and how long the different varieties of leaf had to be aged to get the best flavor. And when those cigars were put in a box, he showed the people who boxed the cigars how to line them up so they would make the best presentation.
Carlos was a very quiet guy, giving. Not too many people knew. I had the privilege to know those things. He didn't let too many people know how much he was giving to others.
He would offer millions and millions of dollars for his company, but he loved the business. He said, I can only eat one steak at a time. He had a passion and a love for the business. It's a third-generation business going for a fourth generation, and it's in his heart, in his blood, in his soul. And I'm thrilled that Carlos Fuente is being recognized as one of the newest members in the Tampa Bay Business Hall of Fame. He deserves it.
Carlito, Cynthia, and all of you, the grandkids, you probably are very, very honored today because recognizing your grandfather and your father at the Hall of Fame is an incredible honor. But we all know that he deserved it. He was always there, not only for his industry, for all of you, but for the community.
To Cynthia, Carlos, and the entire Fuente family, my brother Bobby and I want to congratulate you on your father, who's been like a second father to us, Carlos Fuente, for his induction into the Tampa Bay Business Hall of Fame.
Cynthia and Carlito and all the Fuente family, I feel so honored to be able to speak on behalf of your father and grandfather. He was one of the finest businessmen I ever knew. Ethical, honorable. What I admired most about him was his humility. I know you're thrilled that he has this recognition. I also know that if he were alive, he never would have wanted to do it. Welcome to Carlos Fuente to the Hall of Fame.